Hi, I'm E.D. Lewis, and welcome back to my channel, E.D. Lewis Reviews. Um, so this is a brand new thing for me anyway. I know there's videos out there from other channels that have been doing this, and I've been watching for quite a while, and I thought, this month I'm going to do something different. I've been doing some different things anyway, on and off, and so this is something new for me. We're doing a wrap-up video, and it's a wrap-up for the month of January. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do a wrap-up every month or not. I have no idea at this point, but, I thought I'd give it a go and see what happens. So, this is my wrap-up video for the month of January. So, what I read during this month, and I'm not going to include my current read, because I'm still reading it. I haven't gotten very far into it because I've been too busy with other things, and, people trying to put their priorities onto me when I have things that I need to do, and so and also some things that I would like to do and want to do, and some of those things that I want to do are things I need to do anyway. So anyway, so I've read a short story and a couple books, and you know me, if you've watched some of my channel before, I do have a tendency to consider novellas as, because novellas are either long short stories or short novels. So I just consider a novella a novel. It's just a short novel. So, anyway. So I read a couple of short, novels and short novels, novellas, and at least one short story. So, here we go. So the first on my list here, because I do have one down here on my little reminder sheet, is The Lurking Fear by H.P. Lovecraft, and I'm pretty sure I have another copy, but this is the copy I picked up, and it's in Waking Up Screaming. So, it's just a collection that I gotten from Hastings Books years ago, and it was the first collection I think I ever got of H.P. Lovecraft, so it's the one that's been with me the longest. So, The Lurking Fear, it was published in 1923. It is, of course, horror. Not so much cosmic horror. I don't think it's in the Cthulhu mythos, but it's still pretty creepy. It's about these, the locals of, it's Tempest Mountain, are getting attacked by these, completely unknown creatures. They don't know what they are. They just seem to attack at night, and at one point, even when a storm is happening, a whole town is basically just wiped out by, it seems like this storm, and then later they find out, oh no, it seemed like some, monster did this. And so this unknown narrator, unnamed, who's a reporter, he goes investigating, and he believes that it has to do with, and I'm only guessing how to pronounce this, the Martens Mansion. It's Martense. The S-E confuses me there, so I don't know if it's Martinez or, well, I guess it wouldn't be Martinez. Well, maybe it's just Martens. So, the Martens Mansion. So, it was a very creepy story, and it's not, I think, one of his more well-known. It's a known story, because I've seen it in many lists, like, a list of, good stories and stuff. It's usually placed in there, but it's not one that people talk about a lot, so it's a lesser of his known work, of his, fairly well-known works, so I would check that out if you want something creepy and short to read. Now, I just realized I don't even have my lighting on, so maybe that might help. Might help if I turned on the lighting. Oh, too bright. That's a little better, but I'm going to have to take my glasses off, unfortunately. Because, I set myself up and I didn't even turn on the lighting, so yay. The next read that I did was Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I'm only guessing that that's how her name is pronounced. And I'm sure some people out there have heard about this. I actually heard about this from a fellow booktuber. Sorry, the halo is going to keep getting in the way. Ange with an E, which I will link her channel down below in the description. I love her channel, and I love the selection of books that she reads. Sometimes they're not books that I would necessarily read, but other times she has books I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Especially that one she keeps raving about, Shuggy Bane. I really want to check that one out. I just don't know when I have the time. I'd actually like to find an audio for that's, affordable. Because money-wise right now it's kind of... So. But Red, White, and Royal Blue, it came out in 2019. And it takes place during 2019 and 2020. So during the whole time with the, when we had the coronavirus. But there is no coronavirus. And there's a woman president. And she's President Claremont Diaz. So that's really cool. So in this, alternate reality to ours, there's a Madam President. So that's really awesome. And so the book is about Alex, her son. And the Prince of Wales, Prince Henry. Well, they kind of have this kind of, I don't know if you call it frenemies or not, but they're kind of, they're rivals. And they're at this big event, and I cannot remember what the event is off the top of my head, because, a lot has happened since then. And they end up getting in a bit of a scuffle. And he gets caught on camera, pictures, it's all over social media, and so they have to make niceties and kind of clean up this mess so there's not any diplomatic issues. So, they basically had to pretend to be friends and take pictures, spend a little time with each other, and then, to kind of clear it up and be like, oh, haha, we're friends. It was just a slight misunderstanding between buds. Well, of course, if you just do that one time, the media is going to get a little suspicious, and, of course, they catch on to this, so they kind of make plans to text each other back and forth a little bit. Well, the more and more that Alex talks with Henry, the more and more he starts to realize something about himself, and about how he feels about Henry, and how Henry feels about him. So yes, it is an MM romance, but so it's a LGBTQ book, and it is very funny, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice. It was very lighthearted. It was not so dark from a lot of the darker stuff that I like to read, so it was kind of a nice little escape. So there was a few little escapes this month, and I will put this out there that there are, and I'm going to quote Ange, and she said that, when she was talking about the book, it has naughty bits. And yes, it does. It does have naughty bits. So, but I highly recommend that book. It's great. And also the tag above it, I don't know if you could see that when I tilt it, because I have to keep it out of the halo. I'm trying to find my bearings around the camera. But it says, true love isn't always diplomatic. No, it is not. So... Anyway, the next book is a novella, and it's called Birthright. And I'm going to butcher this person's name because I have no idea how to say this person's name. I actually don't even know if this author is male or female, and I feel really bad about that. I should know this, but I don't. I'm going to go out on a limb and say female. But, could be male. But it's called Birthright by Aratare, I'm not really sure, but here is the cover. I had to hold it at an angle, and I apologize. And it is another MM romance. Well, maybe not romance in this case, maybe more erotica, but it's horror too. So, and it's Lovecraftian. I will put that out there. So, what I kind of wrote down when I was trying to think of how do I want to describe these books, like this one, so Justin Devereaux, I always feel like I'm trying to write the descriptions that you'd put online sometimes when I write these. So there's this character named Justin. His name's Justin Devereaux, and he's always been fascinated by the Lamashkar. Mansion, I'm guessing how to pronounce that. The Lamaskar Mansion. It's kind of, the spooky haunted house in town. It's this old mansion that's, been abandoned for, his entire life anyway. Because I think he's only like 20 or something like that. And, he's always been fascinated in magic and horror stuff, of all sorts. Kind of, the occult and everything. The stuff that's hidden, hidden knowledge. If you didn't know that's what occult means, that's what occult means. If you did, I did not mean to make that sound like it sounded, so I'm so sorry about that. But when his friend Ellen, who lives next door, and she's kind of the smart, very scientific person, tells him about this very strange occurrence that happened like the previous summer, he gets even more intrigued because she starts to believe that the house is not empty or abandoned. She's discovered that there are tunnels that lead to each of the houses in the the nearby neighborhood, and including both Justin's house and her house. And she claims to have heard a voice. Well, Ellen disappears along with her family, and Justin goes investigating. He finds a man by the name of Perrin. He's this very mysterious, bewitching man who's been trapped in the house for at least a few decades or so. Perrin seems to hold the answers that Justin has always been seeking in his life, about the unknown and other things, we'll say that. And the key to worlds that Justin never knew truly existed. So, that's Birthright. My next one is not on my tablet. You may recognize my next one. It is, and I actually had the paperback with me. It is The Bride of Warren by Joseph Hood. And my last video, if you caught my last video, I reviewed this book, so I'm not going to talk so much about it. Except for it's about a man named Dennis, who he and his wife are having their 20th anniversary. Things seem great until this disfigured arsonist comes and, destroys their home and everything. And it leads Justin on to a road trip from hell. So, if you want more information about this, check out the book for one, and two, also check out my review. So, Joseph Hood is still pretty new horror voice of horror out there, and he's a great voice in horror. So I don't know where I was going to go with that, except for I didn't have a more eloquent way of saying that. So I think he's worth checking out. Check out both his books, especially this one, and especially the first one he wrote, which is in the same continuity. I feel like I'm holding the book and I'm not. So check out my review, and also check out Joseph's book, both books, The Bride of Warren and his previous one, My Friend Nick, which I've reviewed both of those, and check out those reviews as well. And my last one that I completed, I actually just put it up on Goodreads day before yesterday, I think. And Ange with an E did comment on it, on my review. And I have yet to reply back to her because I just haven't gotten on Goodreads yet. But I did see it on my email, so I need to get back with her. And if you're watching, Ange, I will get back to you very soon. So the last one, and this one, I didn't even read the description for it when I got it. I just saw it, and I was just like, the cover intrigued me, so I'm like, I gotta see it, and I was really pleasantly surprised. So this one also came out in 2020. I had no idea until I was looking up the information for it, and it's a novella. It's actually a lot shorter read than I thought. I would have thought the story would have been, there would have been more to the story than there was. It was pretty clean-cut, pretty quick, and very amusing, and, a pretty cute story, too. So it's called Jock Blocked by Noah Harris. There's several books called Jock Block, as I've discovered, Jock Blocked, and this is just one of them. And there's a dragon. The dragon made me curious, but I had no idea what the dragon was about until I read the book. So in this one, shapeshifters are They're real, and it is not a secret that they exist. So everybody knows about shapeshifters, and there's all kinds. I mean, I've heard of werewolves and weird cats and, weird tigers, weird lions, that type of stuff, and weird jaguars. But I'd never heard of, dragon shapeshifters before. So this was definitely something new. And it was really a shock to me, because when I started reading it, I'm like, wait, this is a shifter book? So Colin, who's the stereotypical nerdy, college student, he, makes a little money on the side, to help, pay for, room and stuff, and, kind of survive a little bit, and, support his hobby, which is model building, as a tutor. So he gets this message, a new job, for tutoring. He's asked to help the star football player named Leon. Thing is that Leon doesn't really want to do the work. He just wants to have fun, and he's a frat guy. So he wants to, get the good grades without having really to do the work and just kind of do his own thing. Well, so he doesn't really take Colin seriously when Colin meets with him for the first time at the frat house. But Leon seems to change his mind when he sees Colin stand up to the captain of the football team, who is a bit of a hard ass. So, this interests Leon a lot more, and not just, him on maybe I should start, listening to this guy level, but on another level. And it's not just interesting his human side, but his dragon side. So, and I assume that maybe this is supposed to be Leon on the cover. I have no idea. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense if it was, Colin. But, yeah. That was the last book for the month of January that I read. I know January's not quite over yet, but I'm not going to get any books finished within the little bit of time we have left of January. I do have some stuff planned for future reviews. I have a new tag video that I'll be doing. So I was unofficially tagged for this one fun little tag. So I'll do that video soon, and I will be doing some Valentine's Day reads. One of them I'll be doing a review of, for sure. And, yeah. I'll probably be making a post on Instagram, so also follow me on Instagram. Twitter, I don't do much on Twitter. I'm only there occasionally. Wattpad, I need to get on Wattpad more and read more stuff on Wattpad. It's just I don't seem to have the time, and when I do have the time, I sometimes just forget about it, and I don't mean to. So, follow me on Wattpad as well. You can also preview some of my writing there. And also, before I forget, I announced it last time. I didn't show anything of it. I have a new writing coming out. I say a writing versus a book because it is not a book. It is a short story, and it's a short horror story called One Lonesome Night, and it comes out in, I know it's really hard. I'm going to turn out that light. There, I know I just got a little darker here. But it'll make it easier to see this. Except for there's so much glare. It's called One Lonesome Night. And it's by me. And it is a short story. It'll be 99 cents. You can pre-order it now. I'll put the link in the description. It's about a man named Kieran Andrews who has recently had a rift in his relationship with his girlfriend, and now he has to walk home to pretty much the bad side of town, in like the dead of winter, and it's all snowy and stuff. But a chance encounter seems to change his luck, but will it change it for the better or for the even worse? So, check that out. That'll be coming out on February 2nd. So, stay tuned for more book-related videos, and check out my new writing. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you next time with another video. I also have my bookshelf tour part 2 coming up soon, so that's coming up. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.